What's up, my reseller friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina. I thrift to resell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and I have another come ship with me video today. Now, I only have 3 items that sold within the last 24 hours, so I only have 3 items to ship. And these 3 items were eBay sales. I did not sell anything on Poshmark or Mercari, and I will say that this is definitely going to be the least amount of items I've ever had to show you on one of my come ship with me videos. So I will say though that the week leading up to Christmas is always a really slow week for me. So it was something I was already expecting, so I'm not too upset about it. But on top of that, I hurt my back really bad during the weekend. I don't know if I pulled a muscle or what it was that I did, but it was my lower back, and I've never hurt my lower back before. Getting old, guys. And once Monday came, I was in so much pain. I was trying to do my shipping, but like anytime I would have to turn or bend over, it was just like agonizing pain. So I had to suffer through and do that shipping. And then afterwards I had a dentist appointment I had to go to. The appointment, came home and lay down for the entire day and never touched eBay. And then the next day when I woke up, I was feeling a little bit better, still not fully there. So I wasn't about to be like taking pictures or anything. So I pretty much just spent a few hours yesterday making some drafts, but not posting anything. So I went 2 days without posting anything. I still haven't. Actually, no, that's going to be longer because I didn't post anything during the weekends. So I went 4 days without posting, and then on top of it, already expecting to be a slow week. So, you know, it is what it is. I think that today I'm feeling probably about like 60% better. So I'm probably going to try to take some pictures today and get some listings up. But, you know, it's that time of year. Things are slow. It's slow everywhere, so it's fine. All right, so let's just go ahead and dig into my 3 amazing sales that I got. The first one is this denim hat. So this is like a Y2K era hat. Like, I don't know if you can see the stitching right here. It's really cool, but it's kind of like rainbow colors. This totally gives me like Hannah Montana, Disney Channel 2000s vibe. It's really cool. But it did take a year for this to sell. I listed it in December of 2022, and it sold for $20 free shipping, which is not bad. And you know, I'm totally fine with the slow sale because, I mean, do you think this took a lot of space in my inventory? No, it did not. I actually did get, at Halloween time, somebody wanted to buy this hat, but they didn't want to spend a lot of money on it because they wanted it for a part of their costume. So they messaged me and asked me if I would like sell it to them. I forget what price they were asking, but it was like a really like low blow offer. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of considered it because, like I said, I had it listed for a year, but I was just like, you know, I don't think that that's a fair deal. So I think I counter offer them something and they did take it, which I'm really glad that I held out on it because look at it, ended up selling for the full asking price. Oh, and I got my new scale. It came in the mail. I talked about that in my last video about how it broke last week. I'll go ahead and show it to you. I really like this one so much better because my other one had this part attached down to the bottom that you couldn't remove. So whenever I would put like a big package or something, it would kind of cover it. But I love this so much better, how I can just move this anywhere I want and I don't have to worry about it getting blocked. And then this part right here opens up too, so I'm happy with it. It was only $25, not bad. And as long as I can get another 3 years out of it, like my other scale, we're all good. So this hat weighs 4.3 ounces. Oh my gosh, I accidentally put in that it was gonna weigh 8 pounds instead of ounces. So yeah, that's not the case here. And you don't want to make a mistake on that when you're making your listing. When you put in the weight, you want to put in the right weight, especially if you are selling through the eBay Global program, shipping program, whatever it's called. I think they recently changed it. I have no idea. But if you're using that, you want to make sure you're putting the right weight in, because that's what they're going to go by to determine how much they're going to charge your international customers. So if I put on here 8 pounds instead of 8 ounces, then that's pretty much guaranteeing me that I'm not going to get an international sale on it. So you should really be in the habit of making sure you're putting in the right weights, or I should really be in the habit of making sure I'm doing that. All right, so this is going to cost me $4.31 to ship. It's going to Kentucky. All right, next item is this Barbie cake. It's a vintage from the 90s. It came with a play set of like wedding accessories, but I just had like this one piece. I didn't have all the other pieces that went with it. But because I was able to know what set it came from, I was able to list that on my title. So what I wrote is vintage Barbie pretty treasure wedding 1995 pink cake only. And then I put the part number, which was 14982 Mattel doll. Did list it in October, so it hasn't been listed for very long. And it sold for $10 for shipping. Oops. So I'm just gonna wrap this in cardboard. Now the old me would have shipped it in a little 4x4x4 box, but I have since changed my ways when it comes to shipping because I want to save money on shipping. So it's going in a cardboard instead and going in one of these envelopes because these envelopes cost less money than the 4x4x4 boxes. But what I am gonna do, dang it. I am going to trim because this cardboard was too long. It wasn't fitting properly in the mailer. So I don't work my scissors. You know, this time of year, my scissors and tape are always going missing because people in my household come in and take them for wrapping gifts. So I don't know, the scissors and tape's always getting misplaced. But I gotta use this cutter to cut it. So give me 1 sec. My garage is a hot mess right now. It's so messy because my back's been hurting. So I've just like not been putting things away, and because I just don't want to bend down and lift things. So I just put things wherever. So it's definitely a hot mess. And as soon as my back is 100% better, I'm gonna have to come in here and organize and clean everything. All right, this is fitting much better now. I'm still gonna add a little bit of tape just to make it a little bit more secure. I don't think it would open, but I'm just extra cautious at times. And this only weighs 2 ounces. It's going to cost me $3.90 to ship. It's going to Texas. I write the buyer's name on the package. That way I know what label to put on. Okay, and then the last item is a $2 sale. $2 plus shipping. But I sold this Assassin's Creed PlayStation 3 game. I charged $4.99 for shipping. So I'm actually hoping that this is only gonna weigh 4 ounces. That way I can try to recoup a little bit of profit from the shipping cost. Let's see. Yeah, 3.8 ounces. So a lot of the video games that only have one disc and have a very thin booklet manual inside of it or no manual, most of the case, those will weigh about 4 ounces. But if it has a thicker manual, if it has a double disc or, you know, things like that, then it typically puts it over the 4 ounces. But let's see how much it's going to cost. It's going to South Carolina, and it's going to cost $4.13 to ship. So yeah, I mean about 80 cents extra. So that pretty much kind of covers the eBay fees, I think. So it still leaves me with about $2. I don't know what I pay for this. I probably, whenever I do list games like this for cheap, it's normally because I bought them in a lot, or I only paid like $1 for the game. So it is possible that I did pay $1 for this. I don't know, because whenever I go to my my thrift store, all their video games are just $1, right? So when I see that, and it's really rare that I just find like one video game. It's like I'll find multiple video games. So normally what I'll do is I'll just grab all the video games and put them in my cart and just call it a day. So this probably came from that. All right, that's going to be all my sales. I want to talk to you guys about a really bad buying experience that I had on Mercari. And the reason why I wanted to tell you about this story is because I feel like there's a lot to be learned from it. Because this person who I purchased from was a brand new seller, and they made some pretty bad mistakes. But I feel like a lot of these mistakes are like rookie mistakes. I truly believe that it's so important to shop on these platforms that you sell on, because when you do that, it really helps you to be a better seller. So I have been looking for this Gwen Stefani Christmas sweater because I always look for it. I never see it, or I just miss it. And it finally came up a couple weeks ago. And this person had it listed on Mercari, on Poshmark, and eBay. And Mercari was the website that they had it listed for the cheapest for some reason. I think everywhere else she had it listed for $40 plus shipping, but on Mercari it was only $30 plus shipping. So I bought it on Mercari. So I bought it, and a couple of hours went by and I checked to see if it was still listed on the other platforms, and it still was. It was still on eBay, it was still on Posh. And I'm like nervous about it because I'm just like, man, somebody else is gonna buy it and she's not gonna sell it to me because mine was the cheapest one. And I also looked, and she was a brand new seller. She only had 6 other listings posted, and she had like 0 feedback. But she was also from California, shipping from California. I'm from California. So I was just like, well, when she does ship it, it'll come to me like super fast. So after I saw that it was still listed on the other platforms, I sent her a private message, and I just told her, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the sweater, because I just wanted her to be like, if she did double sell it, I wanted her to make sure that she shipped it to me, because I wanted her to like, feel like, this person was really excited for the sweater, I'm gonna sell it to her. So I was like, thank you so much. And then she responded back fairly quickly, and she was like, oh, you're welcome, I know you're gonna love it. And I'm just like, so she is able to respond, but she still has it cross-posted on like the other platforms. And then the next day it was still cross-posted. So I was like super nervous that I wasn't gonna get it, right? But I was just like, you know what? If it doesn't go through, it's fine. Like, I prepared myself for it. It's not a big deal. It's just a sweater. A few days went by. She sent me a message. Now, I'm pretty sure that when I ordered it, it was on a Wednesday. And then she sent me a message during the weekend and was like, I'm going to ship it on Monday. So I responded back, and I was like, okay, thanks for letting me know. So I was just like happy that she just like wasn't completely ghosting me. She was still going to ship it. So Monday comes along, and sure enough, I get like that notification. The buyer has dropped off your package at UPS. Oh, I forgot something. Before she sent that, she sent me a message and she asked me, she was like, do you want to come pick it up for me so that you can save on shipping? And I'm just like, I've already paid you for it. Like, just freaking ship it. And not only that, you're like an hour away from me. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to drive an hour there and an hour back and waste like $30 in gas to save $8 on shipping. Like, what are you even thinking? But looking back, I think it was because she didn't want to have to drop it off. It was for her convenience to have somebody come pick it up from her house. So anyways, I was like, no, it's okay. Just ship it. Thank you for offering though. And then that's when then she said she was going to ship it on Monday. And then I got that notification on Monday that it was shipped. And then I checked it the next day, the tracking, because I was like, oh, it's probably going to come today. And I tracked it and it showed that it still hadn't been shipped. It was still like label was created. And I was like, she never shipped it. So then I was just like, whatever, went about my business. The next day I checked it again, still same thing. And I messaged her and I asked her, hey, and keep in mind, this is a Christmas item. And now we're into like a week past since I bought it from her. And she still hasn't shipped it. It's a Christmas item. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm checking to see, you said you were gonna ship this on Monday. Were you able to ship it? And then she responds back and says, oh, I'm so sorry, I was having car troubles. Yeah, you gotta use the most generic excuse, right? Car trouble. And she said, I'll get this shipped out as soon as possible. And then the next day I saw on Thursday that there was activity of it being shipped. And then I finally got it. I was just like, okay, that wasn't the best experience, but it came. So I'm so happy it comes. And she's got it wrapped. She sends it in like one of those like cute little poly bags. And I'm thinking, why does this always happen? Like, whenever I have like a bad experience on like Mercari or Poshmark, it's always shipped in a cute package. It's like their way of being like, don't be mad at me, I'm shipping it in a cute package. It doesn't matter that I took a week to ship this, but here's this cute package, right? So anyways, so I opened the package. There's a thank you note in there. And then she included like these little like earrings. And you know, that's really nice when people do that. I'm definitely not gonna like complain about that. Like, that's sweet. But really, girl, I just want you to have shipped the item on time, or at least shipped it when you said you were gonna ship it. Like, I don't care about those things. And this is just really good advice to all you out there. Buyers don't care about that. They just want their item. Just ship them their item on time. It's not over yet, guys. There's still more. So I get the sweater, and I forgot to mention that it said in the description that it was new without tags and that it was a size women's extra large. And I actually would have preferred a women's small or large. I mean, not small, medium or large. I typically wear medium, but sometimes I like to go large if I want to wear them like a little bit baggy, especially like an ugly sweater for Christmas. I feel like those should be a little bit like bigger on you, right? So I was just like, you know, I'm fine with the extra large. I hope it's not too big, but I could deal with it. At worst case scenario, if it's too big, I have a sewing machine, I can make it smaller. So anyways, I get the sweater, the extra large sweater, and I opened it. And it is kind of hard to tell on the video now that I'm looking at it from the video, but I'm gonna tell you guys, this is absolutely not a women's extra large. And so I brought this just as like a visual to show you. So this ugly sweater is a women's medium. Look at how you compare. The medium is, hold on, I'm gonna show you. The medium is bigger than this extra. This is a freaking small extra large. And I was comparing this with my daughter's youth size extra large, right on par to a youth extra large. So this is not a women's extra large. This is a youth extra large. The sleeves don't even go like all the way down. It's like super short. I was so disappointed. And you can't even use that, oh, maybe it shrunk in the wash, because it was sold as new without tags. And it doesn't look like it's been washed. It does look like it's new. So I didn't even like accept the package because I was kind of like upset. And I was like, I just need a day to like not be upset about it anymore. So, but of course she saw that I got the package. And even though she wanted to take over a week to ship it to me, she wanted me to accept it right away so that she could get her money. So she sends me a message and she was like, did you get the sweater? Are you happy with it? And then I didn't respond right away, but a couple of hours later, because I was thinking about what I wanted to do, how I wanted to handle the situation. As I did respond to her message, and I told her, I said, if I'm being honest, I am disappointed. The sweater is not a women's size extra large. This is a youth extra large. It's comparable to the same size as my daughter's youth extra large. And I mean, like I said, it's hard to see it on the video. But like when I first opened it and pulled it out, I was like, this is not an extra large. Like I could tell right away. Sellers, we do have a responsibility to be honest about our listings and to have attention to detail, because you got to remember, you could post all the like great pictures that you want, but at the end of the day, the buyer can't see it in person and they can't feel it. So you have to do your best to describe the sweater. I mean, it could have been as simple as what I would have done if this was me. First of all, I would have listed this as a youth, or I would have just been honest and said something like, you know, it says extra large. I'm not sure if it's a women's extra large or a youth extra large. So please see the measurements in the photo because it does look like it runs on the smaller side. I say things like that all the time. And yeah, maybe it's going to prevent maybe a sale, like a fast sale, because if I'm not sure about it, maybe the buyer's not going to feel sure about it. But there is going to be that person that's going to be like, oh, okay, well, let me check the measurements. No, the measurements are fine. This is what I'm looking for. And they're going to buy it. And then I'm not going to have any problems with anyone being upset. I'm not going to get any returns open on me. I'm not going to get any sort of like negative feedback. But it's so important that you are just paying attention to the detail of your item that you're selling. But I did tell her that was also my fault because she did include measurements. So it was a good thing she included that, because that does put some of it on me. I did not look at the measurements. The reason why I didn't look at the measurements is because I wanted this sweater. I had been looking for the sweater. I wanted to buy it fast before someone else bought it. This is new. The sweater's new. I'm not going to worry that's been in the wash and that maybe it shrunk. I'm just going to trust it's an extra large. It's going to be fine. I can fit into a medium. So I did not check. I just went off of what she said, that it was a women's extra large. But still, she did still include those measurements. So I did tell her that it was my fault too. But thank you for the earrings. And then I gave her a 5-star. And in Mercari, you can choose like what about the seller was helpful. And I think I chose that they responded quickly and that they were friendly. But I didn't select any of the other ones. I didn't include description. I didn't include shipping, and then something else. And yeah, that's what I decided to do. Because I figured she's a brand new seller. If her very first feedback that I leave is a bad one, it's gonna hurt her. And I don't want to do that to someone. So, I just take my own advice, do everything with love and grace, and everything will be fine and work out. So I'm gonna keep the sweater. And it's gonna be small on me, but I'll keep it for the time being until maybe I can find the right size. until I find the right size, and then I'll just buy it again and then resell this one. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll have this to wear for the Christmas season. So anyways, that's my story. I feel like there's a lot to be learned from it. Make sure that, like, if you're a new seller, I understand that if you only have one package available to ship, I get that it could be like annoying to have to drive to go drop it off somewhere, just that one package. And especially during like this time of year where it's busy, you got a lot going on. But if you're gonna decide to post something online, you care about establishing a brand new reselling business, you're going to have to do those drives to drop them off. And if you don't want to drive to drop things off, you can schedule on USPS website for someone to come pick it up from your doorstep. So that's always an option too. But regardless, you got to do what you got to do to make those buyers happy and to do the right thing. Taking over a week to ship an item is in today's day and age is not good. I feel like that's like the number one thing that you could do to irritate a buyer, and it's a great way to get yourself some bad feedback, especially if you tell them you're going to ship it on a day and mark on there that it was shipped and then you don't really ship it and you wait more days. That's not good. Anyways, that's all that I got for you guys today. I hope you found this video helpful or useful in any way at all. Never forget that when you thrift upon a star, all your dreams will come true. I'll see you all next time. Bye.